You mentioned Devin Haney. It's funny you mentioned Devin Haney. So the other day I was talking to Floyd. I'm about to drop an exclusive on people right now. I'm gonna drop the exclusive on you, and then they gonna see it after we drop this interview. But because I haven't even posted this interview with Floyd yet, but he was actually telling me that he thinks the big fight that Top Rank should be focused on is you versus Devin Haney. Now, I seen the sparring footage. I'm sure everybody that interviews you, they talk about that. They bring up the sparring footage. They bring up Devin. Is that fight a realistic possibility? I mean, you just mentioned, he's getting big. I'm sure he's probably going to be moving to 140 soon. There's no need for you to rush up to that weight, obviously. You still have work to do at 130. So do you think that fight could happen in the near future, or is that a distant one too?
Nah, I think that's the fight that can happen too. At the end of the day, I gotta speak good about Devin, because if I'm being real with you, because I told you I'm being real with FightHype. I'm all real.
Oh, I appreciate that too,
I
always.
rock with y'all, but like being real, like when it comes to Devin one of, like, out of all them people, like out of all the people you name, Devin like one of the people who showed me the most love. Like
Mm,
being real with you, like, and I'm gonna make sure I do the same in return. Because at the end of the day, me and Devin, we really like was with each other coming up. Like I done did hours in the car with Devin driving from Colorado Springs
that's crazy.
to Ringside to
Hmm.
Kansas City. We going to Colorado. Him and his dad come pick me up in the Sprinter van. We go from the OTC to literally Ringside Nationals, and me and him was on the same team going overseas fighting in Ukraine and Russia, all these things. So at the end of the day, I got to show love to Devin. But truth be told, me and Devin is definitely going to be a big fight when it happens. It's weird though, like with Devin, like at the end of the day, like it's like since a kid, like he will always be like one weight above me. Like me and him will always be one weight apart. Like he ended up, I
Hmm.
was fighting at, I want to say 114. He was fighting at 119. Then by the time I went to 123, he was at 132 in the amateur. So it's like, um, it's like we always one weight class apart. He's at 135 right now. I'm at 130. I
Hmm.
may be more, if I'm being real with you, because I told y'all to keep it real with you. I'll probably be going up real soon. Like I'm going up to 35
Really?
in the near future. I'm letting that be known. You're the first person
Oh,
I told this
wow.
to. Yeah, so
Exclusive.
you could definitely put that out there. But
Bet.
I'm be going up to 135 in the near future. And I don't know, maybe if he's still there, I'm definitely ready to rock. But knowing him, he's probably going to be moving up to 140 in the near future. So it's
Hmm.
just so weird how things go. Like I feel like we're going to end up, we getting older now, and one of us, somebody going to stop growing.
Hmm.
We're gonna end up at the same weight, and it's gonna happen. So, like I said, I'm with all the smoke. I don't duck no action at the end of the day. But if we at the same weight and it comes down to it, like let's do it. I'm down with it.
Yo, when you guys were younger, during those times driving around in the cars and stuff like that, like, did you look at him and say, yeah, yeah, he gonna be great just like me? Like, could you see that in each other when you were that young, or were you just not even paying attention to that?
Nah. I knew. I know. At the end of the day, when you go to these tournaments and when somebody winning in the same tournaments as you,
Hmm.
and they win in the tournament every time. Like we go to tournaments over and over and over. In the back of your brain, like yeah, he gonna be a great fighter too. So I already knew what it was with Devin. Like I knew Devin was a great fighter, even with the like they say the video with me and him sparring. Like truth be told, it was mutual respect on both ends because of the fact that like he know who I am. Like he knew at that time. The world probably didn't know who Shakur Stevenson was, but Devin knew
Hmm.
me since I don't I done sparred Devin, I want to say when I was like 14 years old
Mm.
in Newark, New Jersey. His dad came down, he sparred me. Devin probably was 13. Because people try to make it seem like it's a big age difference. That's not true.
Mm.
Devin was born in 1998. I was born in 1997. So truth be told, we're a year apart, but our birthdays just linger on. You know, like I'm 25 right now, and he's still 23, but he'll be
Right.
24. Yeah, so it goes like that. But I remember sparring Devin when I was like I said, I was 14. He might have been 13. His dad came down to Jersey. They flew in. I want to say they was in New York, and they just drove over, and me and him ended up sparring each other. And right then and there, I knew, like, you know, that was another fighter. Like, I had to, you know, be on the lookout for. I was more so thinking, like, competition-wise. Like, every time I see him, like, okay, I got to be, you know, be on my A game with him. And I don't even remember me and Devin, like we sparred a lot, but yeah. Like I said, I knew for a fact, like, Devin was definitely one of those fighters. You had to respect him. People just saw us sparring that video, but people don't know we sparred numerous times before that. Like, I done came down to Vegas and stayed with Devin at his crib when I was probably like 16 years old. And, you know, his dad treated me like family. Devin treated me like a brother. And, you know, they treated me real good. And like I said, I got nothing but respect and love for them dudes. But if it came down to it, like I said, I don't duck no action. This boxing at the end of the day. I'm very competitive. So if it came down to it, I'm with it. I'm with all the smoke.
Is that what kind of makes you flip that switch, that competitiveness? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we cool. Like, you know, I appreciate you, like you family and everything. But once we get in there, that competitive switch just makes you go at them like that. Cause that's gotta be hard fighting. Like, I mean, you know, you throwing fists at each other. Like, y'all known each other for a long time, bro. A long time.
Yeah.
So it ain't easy for a normal person to just, you know, say, okay, fuck it, let's go.
Nah, with Devin, it's kind of a little bit different because, like I said, even though we was close, real close growing up, we had like a little spring where, like, you know, we was away from each other. It was time away from each other. So, like, like I said, I know I'll flip that switch when it comes down to it, because at the end of the day, I don't want nobody, you know, I ain't gonna let nobody beat me. I'm too competitive. Like, I got a certain mindset with me where it's like, you know, sparring, running, anything like I do is like, it's gonna be hard for me to just sit there and accept defeat. Accept defeat. When it comes down to it, you're gonna have to show me at the end of the day. So I know how to flip that switch when it comes down to it. Like I said, nothing but respect for him. But once it's time and them contracts signed and we getting ready for a fight, all that respect is lost. I look at you the same way I looked at Valdez or Jamel. I look at y'all. People were saying, even with Jamel, like, people don't know. I know I said I wasn't cool with him and we wasn't friends and all that. But truth be told, like, I was cool with him. But I turned like a switch in my brain where it's like, I can't be cool with you. Like, I can't have that in my brain. Like, I can't be your friend right now. Like, it's smoke. We on that. Come on. Whatever it is, I'm not your friend when I see you. What up?
Yeah.
Like, it's just a certain switch that I hit. So
that's what's up. So the last name I wanted to throw out at you is Lomachenko. You know, I got to bring him up. I think he just announced the other day he's talking about coming back now. It sounds like he might be back in October or something like that. I know you guys sparred in the past. How quickly would you like to make that fight happen? Like, let's say, I mean, I know you mentioned earlier that, you know, you're going to be moving up to 135 sooner rather than later. So you get past this next fight. Are you looking at maybe jumping in there with Lomachenko next?
I mean, that's a possibility. I ain't crossing that out. But I didn't heard Lomachenko, you know, express that he want the belts. Like, he let it be known that they asked him about me before, like, yo, fighting Shakur Stevenson, and he said out of his mouth, like, I want the belts at 35. I'm not thinking about him. He's not in my, you know, like, I wasn't in his, you know, in his way. But at the end of the day, he probably gonna be first in line for the belts with Devin. And then by the time I'm there, whoever, you know, got the belts, I'm going after. So if it come down to it, however it go, that's what I'm with. But mainly when they come down to it, I'm gonna be looking for them belts when I get to that weight class. That's gonna be my main focus. I don't care who got the belts. I like to fight for real titles. I ain't trying to go in there and fight for no intercontinental or none of all that other stuff that they got going on. I want real world titles. Like that's what I chase after. Like so at the end of the day, whoever got them at that time, once I get there, I'm going at it.
Having said that, I'm sure Lomachenko probably thinks like you as well. Like I want the belt. So if he's coming back in October, I know Devin said, his next fight's going to be October. I know Kambosos says, we're doing the rematch. It's going to be in October, but no one has really officially announced anything. So do you think that we're going to see the rematch next between Devin and Kambosos, or you think there's a possibility there might be some step aside or something and we see Devin and Loma?
Nah, I just pray that they find something in that contract that gets them out of having the rematch.
You're good on the rematch.
Nobody want to see that again. I ain't really saying because I disagree with people acting like Devin had a boring performance. I disagree with that. That's a false narrative. I enjoyed this fight actually, but it was just one-sided. It's a one-sided fight. Who want to sit there and watch a fight when clearly when Dev going there with him again, there's not gonna be nothing different. He can't. He is nothing that he's gonna do differently. Like that's who he is. He fought how he fought. He fought the same way he fought with T.O. It just worked with T.O. and it didn't work with Devin. So I don't want to see it. I think Devin dominates him easy again. Nobody really want to see it. Devin may stop him the next time, so he might get bold and put real hands on him and get him up out of there. So I don't want to see that. I think it should be Devin and Lomachenko, and let me get the active on whoever, how that go.
That's what's up. Yo, you mentioned Devin's fight with Kambosos and how you liked it. Since you brought it up, what are some of the things you liked about the performance? I kind of want to in some type of way educate the people on what it is they might be missing when they look at a performance like that and say, oh, that's boring.
I think that the distance control. I think that Devin he used his jab real well, and his feet work was phenomenal. He had phenomenal feet, and he had a great jab, and he did all the right things in that fight. Like he didn't get hit that much. He just outboxed him, made it easy. And the thing is, people look at it and be like, oh, well, he was supposed to do that. I disagree with that narrative because T.O. went in there and he lost to him. So Devin went in there and made him look like he don't even belong in the ring. So what does that say about Devin at the end of the day? T.O. beat Lomachenko. Then Kambosos beat T.O. That says give Devin his credit. He's the man at 35, basically. Like you gotta give credit where it's due. Put some respect on his name because all these dudes beat each other, and then Devin come beat the dude that beat them. Well, basically beat T.O. and T.O. beat Loma and however it went. So he dominated that dude. So he's the man at the weight class at the moment.
Well, I'd be a fool if I didn't ask you because I know you've been in the ring with both of those guys, Devin Haney and Lomachenko. Who do you like? Well, let me put it this way: how do you see that fight playing out? That's probably a better way of saying it. Is it a chess match?
I don't. I think that Devin gonna try to make it a boxing match as much as possible. Lomachenko gonna try to rush forward and try to make it a fight. But I see Devin winning. I think Devin got the speed advantage on Lomachenko. Lomachenko a little bit older. I think his speed gonna be a little bit too much for Lomachenko if they fight.